Oh, your politics are as a winner wabutre. So, your politics, then win your butre and your politics are best say idea. Oh, your politics, then win your butre, would do a commitria, ube good party. Oh, your politics, then win your butre. One case when you nyam crana on your coupon dia mouth, would you before best say?
Whether the base, any UP, ebe boom, Joko Pese Abua, ebe kahon, whoever. All the political parties, the minor political parties, ebe kahwa, they can't win election in this country. They know. Ghana for are fed up with NPP and NDC. It is never true. Ubi obeka sasa nacho ubi akacha nisenya no kre. Onche proof.
A problem solver, a man of solutions, and that is Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia.
So, ebusuya memo akwaba. Embraka safidi so Afenyo wa join ya wada unyankechi. And if today is your first day meeting us here, wada unyankechi, subscribe to YouTube channel, like na sign share ma fofra on mu chichi ene benche na bibia enye kama. Ene yendi nkomo kakra. Honorable Afenyo Markins a press conference. Na the press conference na wo ye no. Ne nkoma wodi ye no. The same thing, the same conversation. Ziga of Kessben TV. And so back the same common one, Honorable Afenyo Markins. And in fact, it's about what you say. Me say petitions here, a coye say Kennedy accomplished Agyapong should be punished. And I say should be banished. Either punished or banished from the party. No. Yes, a resource, Beba Thursday, yeah, resource member. But the NPP are looking forward to resolve issues in the party. And in Afenyo Markin, a press conference concerning omo kasa tia party no. What didn't come about? And in fact, the person new koti was the Honorable Afenyo Markin say, Ubufua and kasa one kasa obe say way. O fame no awon e din no kuta wo no obe se no personality ni kuta wo no be wadi nkomo na ne nkomo no mu aya na mo ka se o na damfo ni Kennedy accomplished Agyapong enti ka se bi papa wodi agora wo be kwa akotena fie wo be sukom epokura nso togum wadi nkomo pa. And in fact I would want us to what the nkomo wo di ye ba Ziga abaki nkomo no tibra.
This flooding is not a new problem. What is new is the government in charge of solving it. They told us yesterday, when they were in opposition, that the floods in Ghana were a leadership problem. These are their words, not my words. They said drains were blocked because leaders did not enforce the laws. They said buildings were sitting on waterways because leaders looked the other way when the foundations were being poured. They said city flooded every year because the people in charge lacked the political will and that there was leadership failure. That was their own diagnosis, and many Ghanaians believed them. Today, we have them in charge and in government. And after the worst flooding this capital city has seen in a generation, after many lives were lost, after many people were exposed to danger, the government is back again telling us that the problem is engineering and not leadership. That is the quaking contradiction of the NDC for you. And then there is a matter of how our leaders responded in the immediate hours after the disaster. The president himself took to his helicopter and conducted an area inspection of the affected communities, flying above the muddy waters and the submerged homes and the displaced families from the comfort of the sky. It was captured on camera. It was well choreographed. And when he landed, he announced that his government will release money from the contingency fund. Ghanaians watching from flooded sitting rooms were expected to be reassured. But our flag bearer did something different. Dr. Bawumia did not wait for the waters to fully recede. On Monday, Dr. Bawumia issued a statement in which he expressed grief over the loss of life, extended condolences to the bereaved families, and called on the government to treat this not as a seasonal inconvenience, but as a national emergency it is. He did not take to a helicopter. He did not fly above the pain and observe it from a safe distance. He went in. He walked through the mud of the affected communities. He sat with the bereaved. He looked the displaced in the eye. He stood in the spaces where families had lost everything, and he did not perform grief for the cameras. He shared it, and beyond the sympathy, he provided food and direct support to the affected families, because he understands that a leader who only visits suffering in a statement has not truly shown up. That is not the action of a politician looking for a camera. That is the action of a leader who understands that nation building begins with showing up when the nation is in pain. A problem solver, a man of solutions, and that is Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Leadership, as I understand it, at its most fundamental, is a willingness to put the needs of others before your own, to carry a burden you did not create, to give your best years to a cause that may not reward you in your own lifetime, and to still believe with everything in you that the work is worth doing. Leadership is a standard you choose to be held to. A leader is not the person who holds the microphone the longest. A leader is the person who, when the microphone is taken from him, still works for the cause in the silence. Oh, yeah, politics, I say, we are so, your politics, then we are and your politics are best say idea. Oh, your politics, then we are butcher, who do a commitria, who be good party. Oh, your politics, then we are butcher. One case when you nyam krana on yankupon dia maon, who de before best say. Believe in yourself. Have patience for destiny. Give time some time. And in the fullness of time, all things shall align. As students who have joined this great tradition, there's one thing I want you to do. Build relationship. The world has changed. It is not how smart you are. It's not how intelligent you are. It is the relationship you will build that will define how successful you become tomorrow. Take relationship as your infrastructure. Give it a solid foundation and let it stand. Don't look down on somebody because of his current circumstance. Accommodate the person. Tolerate. Manage relationship. I was able to go to secondary school because of relationship. In this life, it is a friend who will speak for you, who would render a tongue of good report in your favor. When your adversaries gather, it is a friend who will speak for you. You may not be there. In fact, a lot of the negative things that are said about you, you will not even get the opportunity of hearing. You need that good friend who will stand for you and make your destiny happen. So if you are here, build relationship, network, that will save you someday. You are beginners. Life is complicated. Don't expect any easy life ahead of you. Life will test you. The society you join, you belong to, this fraternity, NPP will test you. Don't think everything will be easy. You go through trials. It is your God, your relationship that will carry you through. So take it as your watchword. It's only through this that you can survive. And that day, when it comes and you start enjoying, remember that it was this afternoon, this day, that I shared that life experience with you. Back in the days, here on campus, when I was a TESCON member, little did I know that someday I will be here. I was not a TESCON leader. I was a TESCON full soldier. I was not a president, neither was I a vice, nor any executive member. I was playing my role as an ordinary TESCON member. When in 1999, 2000, J.H. Mensah visited us at Casford with some members of parliament, and they addressed TESCON, the arts block over there. We met there and he met us. When this man spoke to us about governance, I saw a huge personality, full of knowledge, inspiring a 19, 20-year-old. I never thought that one day that big shoe he wears as minority leader will be the shoe I would have to wear. Now, you are here as a student today, listening to me. I want to tell you, don't despise these small beginnings. Don't think that there's no future for you. Someday, you will lead a charge in parliament for our party. Don't give up, and don't let anybody take you away from your party. Why should we lose Cape Coast North? Why should we lose Cape Coast South? Back in the day, the hope of the party was on students. But we've allowed these scammers, these propagandists, to take over our conscience. They lie through their teeth, and people believe them. And they come and do nothing. They leave us with nothing. And they come again with the next scheme, a Ponzi scheme politics, where they lie and lie and lie. So they will not introduce free SHS, but they will come and tell you that the one who introduced free SHS didn't do it well. They didn't introduce school feeding in secondary schools, but they will come and tell you that school feeding and yakra. So when they come, they will give you the money to go and buy agbelema, to buy the goat, to buy the gari, and do it better. That is who they are. I want you to take time to reflect between the two political parties. Which of us indeed comes with policies, introduces the policies, and implements same? NDC, they've been in office under Rawlings, under Mills, under Mahama 1, and now Mahama 2. When you leave this auditorium and you get to your halls, your lecture halls, and you are debating the 10 members, ask them that Afenyo Markin has asked us to ask a question. They should name a single social intervention program that their party has implemented successfully. Ever. One. They have none. So if you are here, your only responsibility is to be committed to this party. My dear students, being a Tesconian, just as Vanessa said, it's not just by mouth, it's by your commitment. You don't have to give up because you think there's some disappointment today and you betray the party. And on this call, I will share with you another chilling story of happenings in Winneba. In the 2024 election, the TESCON executives were so divided that they didn't care about the party. Some students are transferred their votes. I release money to the TESCON president for the purpose of transportation. On election day, the executives were fighting, and the vice president said, "Ono dear, microphone or register mono, why not being said, mumba." The worst part of it is that the TESCON president, the money he had received in cash, he said he had deposited in his account. Ni pin na loke. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a Kwekwanense story. So imagine if my victory depended on TESCON. Where would I be? And I've been in politics all my adult life. Even the students who had come to vote, that they said they were TESCON, I could feel in my heart that Odoni knew her. Because Obia or NPP ni on kaza watu abewe no osen didi watem. Unse wantu kra mau or to ye kra to no skirt and blouse. So this evening, the fact that we have Champions League and you can also watch football and you are here gives me that assurance that come 2028, there is hope.
One Solomon who is ready in Komo. Na uti ne Kessben na, they will be very happy to merge with Iraq and the Japan's the base. And lawyer no, or lawyer mad the base no. And so I'm at say Iraq and the Japan will definitely join the base. Okay. Listen. Sometimes betwa ana ya me yase there are some people they have the opportunity to lead this country. But when say something is depriving them, they are succumbing to their age. They are succumbing to their age. Age is that just a number. If you want to progress, relegate your age. So relegate your age, and you'll be able to achieve it. Mr. Kessben was called to bar at what age? So, somebody like Oral and Chamatin, Iraq and the Agyapong, you still have the time and the healthy to lead NPP. But they have decided to go their own. That's fine. But listen, whether the base, any UP, boom, Jacob Esiabwa, Ebeka, whoever, all the political parties, the minor political parties, Ebeka, they can't win election in this country. They know. They can't win election in this country. And per the information of Ghana election in the Fourth Republic, it is only the NPP and NDC have won the elections in this country. And the next 30 to 50 years ahead of us, no political party can win election apart from NDC and NPP. I'm telling you. Because they started well, they have the brand, they have the following, and nothing can change it for now. And one more parties, they know. Political party BN will bet me win election in the next 30 to 50 years ahead of us, apart from NPP and NDC. Nobody. They know. Sometimes I hear, Ghana 4 are fed up with NPP and NDC. It is never true. Ubi obeka sasa nacho ubi akacha lisenye no kre. Onche proof. Yeti se Ghana 4 abre NPP and NDC in 2008. When Dr. Indom had the opportunity to lead CPP. Adie bia political party bia oyebi. NDC CB boss no CB boss. Omo ba TV so no aba TV so. Because when you know or when you understand, he did everything that NPP and NDC at that time. NPP your friend say party ano otesokran de na omo ye bia de indom ye bi. The indom said that Ghana for bre NPP and NDC. Ghana for bread people in this year 1.34% in 2008. And to the effort they say at that time, no. Nan for MPCPP tell you. And you see people that nan for mpe. Dr. Indobong Ejuma Bebrebe. The American say banks, fishing company, one you just mentioned it, media houses earlier here. 2012, our quarter no honwa or no attend the party what the fan say CPP ruling Canada, NPP ruling Canada, NDC ruling Canada. And Ghana for are fed up with these political parties. Then Indom came with the PPP. Progressive People's Party in 2012 at 0.99%. 0.99%. Jamaica what I say. Then in 2016, the 2016 kwani if say here you kwano, Indom had a 0.59%. What the emphasis say? Jacob say abua, who was able to manage 0.00%. The buyer him now, or Lancha Martin. I know a darling boy by New Patriotic Party. I free say Alan, NDC 4 panel, NPP 4 panel. We are meant to understand, say, Modi Alan Bar, NPP 4 crabber, NDC 4 crabber, 2 Badiamana. Bebois, and then somebody at no. Or Lancha Martin buyer, ya can say, great transformational, ya say whatever. Ghana for bread. Political parties limionu NPP ni NDC Oral and Chamate koye 0.14%. Ka all the political parties in the album na NPP ni NDC to change. The last election they were not able to pull 5%. Party beard were betting me win election in this country. Apart from the NPP ni NDC. They know Obiate party outside NPP ni NDC but tayebi and what they say, that double Tayano and yes, will be in election. They know.
And now no fear the game. Say, I fear the now 3rd of July. And at the base for, I will prepare for V base for no. Excuse my language. The base for no. Echo work. The base for no call work. We feel so more dumb. We be penny jogging vehicle and we'll be joining. Normal. Now, after that, people were calling for Kennedy Akompre Kwejepo. Now, you say Kennedy Akompre Kwejepo lawyer. Abedin komo. The lawyer no komo no obedi ye na kire say Kennedy ebe join the base. Me am tell I'm away. Meaning say bedru baby no Kennedy be join the base. I don't know any problem. I don't know any problem. But the Ziga said here was say nkrofo bi o masem ye no mobo to extend say forget to age no motu no mumfie no munse minyini nti ma mintu na mountain. But the bianca ye wala ntwanyanke bianca nenka ke nkesi ne so ke bianca nei nkesi ne so ebufuo ye mfa nya de enti me na make na say NPP feel say nipa bi o party no say o di party nani ma mo ntwe me date bi nso empanifo montina say talk to the person, won't ye punish the person. Me de bia me de no. In fact, Kennedy Akompre Kwejepo is a principle man, is a man of principle. On or you one. Or your principle man. And say or your principle man there. That's a muhunu se wa fuma. Use that same principle to principle him. This is the base for about. The base for by NPP 4 year day. And among Ben NPP 4 too. To win the people are almost free party to win them back. What steps at all have they taken? And among Ben 1 more 2 and come on Ben 1 more D. Like communication, some not saying when people must say, what are they doing? What are they doing? And no moment is saying, and now one more 2027 as a campaign, 2027 the Kennedy Akompre Kwejepo will be exploded. And things say, yeah, when people say, I'm not saying, yeah, dear, you know, dear, was you want to be doing commodity at them. And as Ziga kind the base, Emma, there is no way to the base, Baba power, NC, but Moody are going to the base best saying people. And it more be a Munyan name. for you not to say etna say yenimanka, because yenimanka no eba 2024 yenimanka the Ghana foka yetie yenimanka the oman no suggest my ketie bi yenimanka yakase enteni oforiata kechendi no yenimanka yakase yenye sei yenimanka obi ehu tochima anke bekwa akohwe no yenimanka yebekwa eyiye yenimanka sa time no 2024 and is a 2028 NPP mpenimfo sai beka yenimanka biemu that's the first fool no be fool, second fool no be fool, but third fool yeni da ho ntenimanka yenimanka no mon solve ne obi bia mo feel say entokwa ede wono ne mo party ntim no solve that issue and they internally ebeya kura mama mfa ma abonten because mo de ba abonten ko fo be san soje agum munja say mo de camera sim so ema ye hunu so okay we are solving but akoy say sabi na ntwe gyanan no ya solve oh surface no ye nim say ye but wo betie mu no na enye ye wo betie mu no na enye papa solve the issues internally me de me hunu maka there was a much so not only Canadian complex Agyapong obi o party mo bia mo feel say ipakra yi or ye nneoma bi sie or ye nneoma bi to destroy the party, punish that person, including Canadian complex Agyapong mo feel say na nhihye ye bi and regulate to momo de no punish him obesa ba mesene no na mo nye yesro oh ofiri mo be ha ye oh well. As African medias, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. So when you subscribe, and then when you share, what I want my like now, if you say share, and my phone from which teaching bench, you comment section, and watch the yardini. It sounds a ha a yardin channel. Young canina, and we don't impose on you. Ya kebi ni jebi. Now ya comment section, ni na watch the yardini. It sounds well, mine one someone some yeni papa kuna chichiri ye. Yeni nipa. Me meka me de me madwen kire bia na ne wo de amfa wada wo mantin na me pese e comment section na wo so kwa kire wadwene e wo ho se de be ya bibia ni a we are as one, we are one nation. Without you, Smart African Media wouldn't have been here. So I always say thank you and God bless you. Me din e de o de man ko ba na ko fi asante budi.